Guys, welcome to another video. In today's video, we're going to be discussing why you should be living in Miami, Florida, what you're missing out on, and all the real estate opportunities that are currently here, what my investors are doing to take advantage of it, what institutional wealth is doing to take advantage of it. I'm going to show you some data, some research, a lot of scenarios as to what you can expect, some of the returns, and just historical numbers so you can better understand what kind of return you could get and what other people are doing to justify these numbers. If you guys are new to the channel, welcome. You are in for a treat. I'm going to show you a lot of Miami videos, a lot of real estate videos, videos on sales, entrepreneurship, and just the lifestyle here in Miami, Florida. If you guys could hit the notification bell, hit the subscribe button, it would really help out the channel. A like would go a long way as well. But for right now, just sit back, relax, grab a drink, grab some popcorn, and enjoy the show. Okay, before we even get deep into the video, and before we get deep into data, let's just talk about the obvious, right? You live in Florida, the Sunshine State. The weather's nice all year round. You save on taxes. You have a better lifestyle. It is one of the happiest, one of the healthiest states in the world. You're just more active. You feel better. The sun's shining on you. You're healthy. Your skin's better. You're in a better mood because of it. And I think for me, it's a national networking hub, right? There's people from all over the world, all over the country that come here for business, for events like Art Basel, Formula One that just got signed here. I mean, these are multi-billion-dollar deals that are being done from Formula One, all the VC firms that are coming down here, Wall Street firms. Look at Citadel, Ken Griffin spending hundreds of millions of dollars acquiring office buildings and land to migrate his entire company down here. David Beckham and the soccer team, the beaches, the food, the lifestyle, the shopping. I mean, the Aventura Mall is one of the nicest malls in the country that I've gone to, and it's like the low end. It's like the low bottom entry mall. Then there's the mall Bell Harbor, which is honestly, I don't even, it's one of the most exclusive, luxurious malls that I've ever gone to as well. From the celebrities that live here, the Jonas Brothers, the Food God, Beckham, Grutman, the Nelk Boys moving down here, LeBron just buying a place in Sunny Isles, Messi buying a place in Sunny Isles, Future buying a condo at the Bentley building. Future also just dropped $16 million on a mansion. You have iconic hotels and restaurants when it comes to the W, the Satai, the One, Fontainebleau. Like, these are places where celebrities have gotten married, movies have been shot. To me, I don't know, Florida is just like a special, special place to me. But without further ado, let's get right into the nitty gritty. Okay guys, just to give you an example, I just put a deal under contract for $2 million for an athlete who is looking to purchase something for an investment. So after a few months of sending him data, I went and looked. I'm like, I wonder if all these properties sold, what's going on, what's the activity been like here in Florida? I know everybody's talking about the interest rates. With all the other things that I just mentioned, like Grant Cardone just purchased a building last year for $93 million, an office building. That's smart money. Citadel, Ken Griffin buying, I mean, he spent personal money on his mom and him in Palm Beach, spending hundreds of millions of dollars assembling land so that they could have a beautiful estate. But he's also spent $893 million on land to build $1 billion building, and I think he bought a couple other parcels of land too. Collectively, around $1 billion was allocated to real estate investments in Brickell. With that being said, on the residential side, I looked at all the property that I sent my client from the Paraiso building, Aria on the Bay, and downtown Miami, Paramount, that area. There's all these new developments in Brickell, like the Aston Martin building, the Baccarat building, then there's the Waldorf Astoria in downtown. They're all asking $1,500, $1,800, $2,000 a square foot. Now, the highest price per square foot in the Florida market was Sunny Isles last year, which was just over $1,400 a square foot. Last time I checked, it's at $1,700 a square foot right now. But I still think that downtown is extremely undervalued by about 15 to 20% in the long term. Again, to reiterate, all the properties that were just purchased were within the last year, and they're by people like Grant Cardone, Citadel, billion-dollar institutions, and hedge funds. Now, the Paraiso properties were getting around, they all closed around $1,000 a square foot. I'm looking at $1 million to $2 million properties here, by the way, in Aria on the Bay and Paraiso. Downtown, I just did anything over $1 million within the last 90 days, within a mile of the Paramount address, which is 851 Northeast 1st Street, Miami. For example, I put a tenant in a unit that my friend he was assisted by another real estate agent. He purchased a unit in Miami for $1.5 million in around, I want to say around April, May. Around January, February, that same unit was getting probably $9,000, $10,000 a month for rent. We put a tenant in there for $13,000 a month. The rental market has been absolutely robust with growth, representing a 40% increase year over year. Now, I don't think that's sustainable. I don't think that's going to continue to rise. However, I believe that the real estate market is still going to appreciate. And if you are a buyer and you're going to hold for longer than 3 to 5 years, longer than 3 years, 5 years is standard for an investment, you're going to win. You're going to make a good return. Now, if you're going to buy a property and next year you're going to sell it, no. I would not advise that. Anywhere in the country, I don't care under any circumstances, unless you see that there is a return. But in this kind of environment, in this kind of economy that we are in right now today, I would advise holding 3 to 5 years, especially in Miami. I think the market will slow down a little bit. There will be buying opportunities within the next 6 months to a year and a half. And by 2025, 2026, we're going to be back to a normal real estate market where prices are appreciating at a normal. But going back to the example of my buddy who purchased that unit for $1.5 million and we put the tenant in there for $13,000, he's going to sell that same unit 6 months later for $2 million. $2 million. He just made $500,000. He made over 33%. What is that? Probably 35% on his money in 6 months. Did he get in at the right time? Yes. But I know my guy who's purchasing in that same building for $2 million, in 5 years, he's going to make a hell of a return. And there's no multi-dimensional real estate, there's no multi-dimensional asset that has as many benefits to real estate has as many benefits to it as real estate. You have the principal pay down, you have the appreciation, you have the tax deference, you have the cash flow. Aside from everything that I'm saying, aside from the smart money, aside from the stats that I'm putting in front of you today with the price per square foot, let's just talk about historical data for 1 second here. Another statistic or another add-on as to why you should be purchasing in Miami, Florida. Miami's appreciated 166% in the last 10 years, 166.91. That is the average of 10.32% every year. You're averaging almost 10% annually on your real estate investment. That's not even accounting for cash flow. That's just residential real estate. That is putting Miami in the top 10 real estate appreciation in the country. That is top 10 for growth in the country. Now let's just look at some other data here. Okay, so Miami Fort Lauderdale home values have gone up 28% in the past year. Zillow predicts they'll rise 16% by April 2023. Miami-Dade County values have gone up 24.5% over the last year and will continue to rise the next 12 months due to the supply-demand imbalance. Palm Beach County home values have gone up 34%. Current home value $452,000 over the past year will continue to rise in the next 12 months due to the supply-demand imbalance. So you can see that this is a consistent thing. There's an imbalance with the supply and demand. There is so many people from all over the world, all over the country that are migrating here at a rapid pace to Florida from the hedge funds, the VC firms, Silicon Valley, everybody that I just mentioned. It's forcing everything to go up, especially the real estate, because they're not making any more of it. So look at JP Morgan putting together $1 billion fund to allocate to single family homes. There's so much more data I could just drown you guys with, but I hope this is enough. There's more videos and content on my channel of other developments and other real estate properties that are being built, properties that I've toured, a little bit of the lifestyle here, some restaurants, hotels, and you guys can see more on my Instagram with the reels that I make. I try and do a little, not review, but kind of like a little overview and my experience at certain restaurants and venues and places here in Miami. If you guys need any more data, you want a spreadsheet on a specific building, I've deep dove so many different times on every different building, running scenarios on what the comps were last year, the year-over-year growth with rent, the year-over-year growth with real estate appreciation in specific buildings and specific counties, so that my investors feel comfortable with what they're purchasing. And just, I don't want to say I give an overwhelming amount of data to support your investment, but I will go as far as you want me to go. If you take a look here at this real estate property calculator that I've used 100 times for clients when it comes to investments, this thing is brilliant. It's free. You can plug and play different scenarios. For example, the purchase price, the down payment, the loan rate you got, all the property taxes, the insurance carrying costs, and it'll calculate everything from your IRR, your cap rate, your cash on cash return, your total profit when sold, and give you literally a breakdown chart of year over year over year, what your cash is going to look like, your equity accumulated, and more. So if you guys want something like this for anything that you are looking to purchase when it comes to real estate, you want more data, whether it be Michigan or Florida, I mean, this is the kind of work and kind of homework and data and due diligence that I do for my clients. And I'm happy to do it for you, whether you purchase with me or not. I'm happy to at least point you in the right direction. I'm more than a real estate agent. Like, my job is not only to sell real estate, I'm selling Miami, I'm selling the lifestyle, and I want to give value to you guys because a lot of people have helped me along the way too. So with that being said, I appreciate you guys watching this video. If you have any questions in regards to new developments, just personal leisure spots, good spas, hotels, restaurants, I have a PDF of literally a breakdown of step by step by step. You want sushi, you want steak, you want a quiet dinner, you want a private chef, anything you need in Florida, I'm happy to put you in touch with these people, or at least point you in the right direction, like I said. So if you guys watched this long, thank you so much. And if you want any more data, like I said, please let me know. And I look forward to serving you and having you in the beautiful Sunshine State as not only a friend, but a neighbor. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.